Yo, yo, what's going on? Back with another watch list for Wednesday, January 22nd. Took it slow today. Was back on the trading setup this morning after the little weekend getaway up to the mountains for the trader trip. So, wasn't a whole lot of review, wasn't a whole lot of trade prep going into today. So decided to take it slow until my process got back underway. So where do we start? I didn't do much today. Plan was just to be here for market open, get a feel for things, and watch for the most part. What's going on, Chris? So we had a couple sectors moving today. Quantum names are still in the spotlight. They all moved today. They're way on their backside, but if you recall from this gap down day, my thesis was to let it chop around for a few weeks, a month, something like that, and let it pick a direction. If this wants to be a big picture lower high and fizzle out, if this ends up being a low and starts to build back over it, but I think it needed a lot of time to digest. So same kind of thing on all of these names. They should all look the same. Q, what's the other one? QBT, Q. I can't remember what the other one is. AI names. These ones are all looking the same. This one's retesting prior support. But the whole sector's kind of bouncing across them, so no real plans on those for me at the moment, still sticking to my digestive thesis. And then we had a new sector pop up today with TPET gapping, was the oil and gas energy names. So this one had a bunch of overhead resistance, pretty good failed follow through right off of this. Pushed and stuff, one last clear out, and then all lower highs on that $3 over under. That was the closing VWAP of this day, prior resistance that became resistance again. But a bunch of names started moving off the back of this with USEG and HUSA. What was another one? Indo. That one's moved with TPET in the past, if you recall, just quite a bit more of a muted move. But USEG and HUSA were the namely ones with the most volume and most range. So no plans immediately for me, just noting the sector strength there. The few plans for possible failed follow-through was OPTT, MVST, and VRME. VRME, nice quiet fader, stayed near lows all day, so any entry off the open had a nice 50, 70% or 70 cent fade. MVST never broke below those 190s, so no trade triggered there. And OPTT didn't really break this higher low trend, still chopping around sideways. So the only one that really broke was this one right here and had some pretty nice failed follow through on there. Then the only other name that's really hitting my scans is this Cairo Channel Therapeutics. This one's now run from 1 up to 380s. Nice blow off here this morning. High day clear out. And we've got this base here in this 280 range. If we draw a line there. So I'd be interested pops if they fail off of 280s. For a possible sit back towards this $2 level. But A plus would be for this thing to keep going for another day. Now, given the volume and how volatile it was off the open, especially given this 270 to 280 failed fall through level, I'm not 100% sure that it can go higher. Looking at the daily, you can see volume starting to exhaust into the highs. And then looking at volume profile here, you can see through these 350s, a lot of volume was exhausted up into the HODs. So I think could get pops in a prior day, and there's still room sub 2 for that 4 EMA level. So I will be keeping this one on watch as well. Jeff, how's it going? Stuff and such. Haven't seen a good first green day, first red day since the 9th. Not too stressed about it. I think sometimes people forget that a lot of us got into trading to not work every day. No trade is a trade. Glad to have side work, stops the over trading. I love that thought process. Stuff and such. Feel free to share your name if you're comfortable. Otherwise, I'll keep calling you stuff and such. But I see you here every day, so it would be easier if I could call you by a name. Sam. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, having the side work 100% helps take the stress off of having to make money. Where if you're grinding out green days and then you have a few days where there's nothing coming in, if you're relying on that for bills, the stress and trade forcing could definitely start to creep in. And then, like you say, we get into this to not have to work every day. You get paid in opportunity, not in time worked. So you can scan, you can stand here, or some of you sit. You can stand at your desk every day. You can scan every day. You can put a bunch of time in, and it could result in nothing because nothing sets up. So we get paid in opportunity, not in time work. It's not a typical job. So that's bang on. But yeah, I haven't traded much. End of last week and then beginning of this week, I was on vacation. Beginning of last week, I didn't have a whole lot setting up. I think I had one red day last week and then didn't really do much the rest of the week, just because there was definitely a trend shift. But you can see like all these gappers and runners are just gapping and closing near their lows. What was the other one? HSDT, I believe. Yeah, big gapper, closed right near its lows. So for anyone who's trading day one gaps, this is definitely the market for them. Shorting any gapper over the last 2 or 3 weeks has been working wonders. As long as you are not blowing yourself out here on the front side off the open. But once it pulls back, any sort of lower highs have been working. Not really sure I want to be diving into these day ones. It's definitely the market environment that I could be testing them out with smaller size just to get the feel, because it is a high percent win rate right now. But yeah, definitely not a setup I'm super comfortable with or would throw size at. So I'm on the boat of taking it slow right now. Just kind of putting a bit more hours into my business side of things. And relationships, going on trips with friends, stuff like that, because, that's what we're into trading for. Relationships, lifelong friendships, going on vacation, make money to be able to pay for experiences, not just for the sake of trading. So that's definitely where my focus is. On one of these slow days, it would be interesting to see your top 3-ish trades from 2024 if you feel like sharing. Best setups, not necessarily P&L, no pressure. Already a lot of value here. For sure, money is about freedom. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll try and plan one of those for this week. I'll update my spreadsheet from the prior year, and we'll check out and see where most of my money came from last year. Definitely December at the end of the year, I think, was my best month. So there's probably quite a bit of value and good setups out of that. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. But yeah, I'll filter it by the year and by setup and stuff, and try and get a few names and setups nailed down. It's a good idea. I like the idea. Word on the street is possible East Coast Traders for a Cause meetup coming soon. Details still in the works, but if you're East Coast, US, and want to meet some traders while donating to charity through Traders for a Cause, I will be going. I will be there. I don't get to the East Coast often, so if anyone, any East Coast traders out there that want to say what's up, that will likely be one of few times that I will venture out that way. It's a long flight for me, so I will keep the guys that join these up to date. I'll likely post it on Twitter soon, within the next few days or so. But I know the team is working on it in the back end. So, yeah, any East Coast traders that want to say what's up, stay tuned. I will post links and give details in the next few days. Not sure if you guys saw Canadian and American clients. Centerpoint has some discounts going for the start of the year for signing up new clients. Usually the American accounts get a bit better of a deal, but if you're Canadian, you can they'll work with you. They might you could say I sent you if you want. I do know the guys there. They came up for a day up to the mountain with us this past weekend, so I was with them, but I've met them a few times. So they would probably remember me or send them a picture of my face. But yeah, it's worth it. Giving free commissions, free DAS for a few months. So save money while you can, where you can. But yeah, that's kind of the housekeeping stuff that's come up. But in terms of watches, they're probably Cairo. Fannie Mae has been a lot of focus of some small cap traders, but at Centerpoint can't trade OTCs, so I don't really keep that on watch. But yeah, you've got the quantum basket, you've got the oil and gas energy basket, and then probably Cairo other than that. So nothing crazy. But I will plan on looking for some top ops from the prior year, and probably on another slower day we can go through those. I'll plan for that. I like the idea. You know if they give free DASK for American traders as well? I'm not sure. So like the trade-off was when I had signed up. I don't know if it was a year or two ago. First, it's Clear Street now. I keep saying Centerpoint, but they're Clear Street now. So when I signed up for Clear Street Canada a year or two ago, they were giving out free commissions and like free platforms like Dilution Tracker and a bunch of other stuff. They're giving that out to new clients. So when I signed up, I wasn't getting any of this stuff free, and I'm like, what the heck? Like I used the IU discount and was trying to talk to them, and I think for Canadians, they could give the platform for free because there's something to do with regulations that they can't give free commissions and they couldn't give the platform like the other perks, but they were able to give the free DAS platform. So I know that I got free DAS, but in terms of American traders opening new accounts, I'm not sure exactly. I can only talk from my experience. I just know that for new accounts starting out the new year, they are giving discounts. So if you're on the Canadian side, you can reach out to Neil at Clear Street Canada, or someone like Ryan or something at the American side, and between those guys, they will help you out and kind of walk you through it. But yeah, I'm not 100% with what deals they're giving to the American guys, but yeah, Ryan's a good dude. I've talked with him a few times. I know him fairly well. Done a few meetups with him. Had some good chats. So you could tell him I sent you if you want. Excuse me. Just checking scans, but I'm not seeing a whole lot else. Not a whole lot coming up. Bunch of larger cap names. TEM. Big move. Palantir was pretty wild off the open. Apple got smoked today. Big gap down and held at its lows. That's now $40 off the highs on a 200 name. Will be 20%. Off a 250 name is closer to like 16%. That's a decent pullback. Might be looking at that for long-term account. AI, pretty big move there after hours. Yeah. It is what it is. Don't want to start looking for stuff. Just sit and be patient. So. Alrighty. Thank you guys for tuning in. I need to see it extend more, but VSAT on watch. VSAT. Yeah. Kind of boring, but, you know, if this thing goes to 20, sure. Like, that's kind of the thing with a bunch of these small caps, or mid caps, higher price names. But I'm just going to be taking it easy anyways. See if those few names I mentioned set up. Otherwise, won't do much. But I'm looking forward to the East Coast meetup. It will be happening next month. It'll be in February, is what I can say right now until the details are nailed down. But I think that'll be my main watch. We'll be looking forward to that one there in February. But alright, thank you guys for tuning in. Not much to get in, but if you fit in, have at it. I will see you guys in the room. Take it easy. Don't give back gains. And stay safe out there. Don't force stuff. Alrighty. Peace.